Today's horoscope from Astro Academy, Cancer, December 15, 2022. With the moon in your sign all day, it's not easy to hide what you're feeling today. Even if you're not verbally expressing your emotions, you're wearing them on your sleeve. It's a time of the lunar month to explore feelings you may have buried or brushed aside. Still, there can be some tension or feelings of blockage in your interactions with others. You could find someone distant or serious. Still, the minor hurdles you might face can force small changes and refinements that will help you in the long run. Fortunately, you bring uniqueness to your work or responsibilities. There can be a boost to your reputation and professional appeal. You do have a subtle connection with the universe. You are attuned to its every movement. Mysterious Neptune, who has toured your solar 8th house for many years, has returned to direct motion in the skies. This transit will continue for years ahead. During this time, you have been enchanted by intimacy and sexuality. Neptune is the planet of magic, spirituality, and illusion, hinting that you have felt drawn to explore the union of body and soul with another. Sometimes, this has helped you to learn more about yourself and other people. However, at other times, the connection may have felt more toxic and addictive than truly healthy. Be aware of this pattern now. Align yourself to your professional commitments. Since the moon is in your sign opposing Saturn in Aquarius, you may feel remarkably committed to your obligations, responsibilities, and working relationships. However, such arrangements may also feel limiting at times. If you feel a little too stressed from this opposition, then you may welcome the slower change of pace when the moon stations void of course for the right of the day. Once the moon is void of course, it could be challenging to find the energy to work through any problems. At the same time that Jupiter moves into his final 7 days in your financial sector, the moon returns for not only its last visit to your income sector for the year but before the dwarf planet Ceres leaves in 5 days. This will create some competition between the two sides of the financial fence over the next few days, but with it, a chance to squeeze out or take advantage of the support you have from the money gods. Avoiding getting stuck in negative behavior patterns requires the following: suspending judgment, clarifying what works best for you, and doing what you can to make the day end on a positive note. If you remain open and loving toward yourself when you've made a poor choice, you will have the opportunity to learn what got you there. This is a good time to develop good diet and exercise habits. If you typically decide on your outfit a day in advance, or if you are good at planning the weekend's fun, try using the same type of planning toward the next day's diet and exercise. Enough play, it is time to get some work done. This isn't likely to be your favorite direction, but with the essence of this hard-working, industrious day, it may be the best one. It can't always be about fun times. Being responsible and meeting your obligations is critical to ensuring you have what you need to sustain yourself. Rather than procrastinating today, make a to-do list and then get at it. When the day is done, you will undoubtedly feel great that you did, and you won't feel so far behind. Make this day work for you. The moon's final hours in Leo are an important point in any more for listening to your intuition, instincts, and imagination, but without overthinking things. With your subconscious able to download information faster than you can process it at the time, there will be a chance to unpack and process this over the coming days. This is especially so as the moon not only wraps up its last visit for the year but a friendly aspect to the sun and the dwarf planet Eris, but a clash with Saturn. This could create a case of information overload. As much as a clash between the moon, in its final hours in Leo, and Saturn in your relationship sector is a monthly event, the timing couldn't be better. With growing relationship support and especially from the communication gods coming up, as the moon ends its last visit to Leo for the year, this is exposing any balance issues between your personal and relationship needs, while the solar spotlight is still on matters of the heart. Our eyes in the sky. Inspiration and luck strike early today, so if you're the type who wakes with the sun, take the initiative with your goals before this energy settles mid-morning. There are helpful aspects for love, and being close to your heart's desire should bring you joy right now. You tackle obstacles you previously thought you never could overcome. Being brave, making the most of this opportunity, you encounter people who are open and friendly, and when you respond in the same way, it opens new doors for you to explore and ultimately turn out to be extremely rewarding. Others understand that you don't want to take on any more responsibilities and in fact need time to yourself to gain a fresh perspective and determine what your true feelings are. Once you feel more refreshed and have taken the opportunity to regain your composure, you have an innate ability to interact and chat with others in a constructive way. You're acutely aware of your feelings, unperturbed. You're more in touch with your emotional state. Your thoughts are relaxed and calm. Relationships with others are constructive. You willingly make acquaintances and relate well to anyone who you happen to encounter. Look after your fitness, otherwise your well-being can be adversely affected. These romantic vibes also come with a sense of adventure, so do something out of the ordinary. If you're currently single, today is a good day to meet someone while you're out and about as well. Romantic boundaries should be fairly well received today, so if you've been meaning to talk to Bae about a need for some space in the coming days, go for it. Just make sure that you're being direct and clear in any important conversations. A perfect scenario for settling outstanding financial matters is what you desire. Of course, you must be as careful as usual when dealing with money. You have the right instincts for choosing sensible investments, and the advice you receive is far more conclusive than on other occasions. Larger purchases, a car or a house, don't faze you. At nightfall, there could be some underlying tension, so try not to step on any toes. The moon brings an extra boost of inspiration and energy, so be sure to work on any passion projects before heading to bed tonight. In the morning, the Leo moon opposes Saturn in Aquarius, engendering distance between ourselves and others. We might experience this literally through being physically separated from loved ones. Difficulty in making contact can cause us to feel lonely and unloved. However, we might also experience distance on an emotional level. People may pull away from us, seemingly unprovoked. We can be ghosted or left on read. Naturally, neither of these scenarios causes us to feel as bright and shiny as the Leo moon desires. Being scorned under this moon only adds insult to injury, as we are predisposed to sulking if we don't receive attention. However, the worst thing we can do now is to grandstand. If we push too hard to be noticed, we will only alienate our audience further. Instead, focus on managing work or attending to personal priorities. Following this, the moon trines the Sagittarius sun, mitigating the worst effects of the Moon-Saturn opposition. Although certain connections may still elude us, the Moon-Sun trine reveals that other playmates are available. If we intend to restore our confidence, we can't pine away for those who don't recognize our worth. We must choose the people who choose us. In doing so, we can forge relationships with those whose interests are better aligned with our own. And to think we might not have discovered them if we remained intent on impressing those who won't give us the time of day. The moon then enters a long void, of course, lasting until tomorrow. Avoid starting new initiatives today if possible. This lunar period is better spent working on projects already in progress.